Welcome to this ARX tutorial. My name is Jim Keene. A lot of people have been asking why ARX is so much safer than weights. And so this is a quick kind of explanation of the safety features of ARX and how it compares to traditional barbells and selectorized weight stacked machines. First, some background. An injury happens when the body is exposed to a level of force that exceeds its structural capacity. So with strength training, we're trying to produce force, but whenever you produce force, some force comes back to you. So with weights, we want to up the weight, and this is week by week, month by month, and year by year, we add more weight to the bar because it's more effective. But force, which again is what causes injury when it becomes excessive, it's mass times acceleration. So that mass, as it gets more and more and more, and we're lifting heavier and heavier weights, it's not dangerous because people do it all the time and don't get injured, but it's more risky. Your margin of error gets smaller and smaller, and even one mistake in an entire career of lifting can be tragic. Also, fatigue is more effective. The more you fatigue yourself, that's a strong signal for adaptation. This can happen in terms of a single set where you train all the way till failure or beyond, or adding more volume in the same period of time to your total workout. So the more you can lift and the more you can fatigue your musculature, the more effective your workout becomes. But in both cases, it's also more risky because weight that can be appropriate for the first couple of reps can all of a sudden become inappropriate once you fatigue. So fatigue is a good thing, it's more effective, but it's also more risky. Again, not dangerous inherently, but more risky. With ARX though, the more you produce force, the more effective your workout is, but it's completely safe. There's no added risk associated with an increase in force production with ARX. Also, with ARX, you can fatigue somebody down and down and down and down almost indefinitely, and it's more and more effective the more you do so, but it's also completely safe for reasons we'll get into in just a moment. So that's where we start. With weights, the more effective it gets, also the more risky it gets. It's baked into the cake and there's not much you can do about it. With ARX, the more effective it gets, just stays the same degree of safety. How come? Well, there's four big problems with weights as far as safety is concerned. First, speed. With weights, it's manually variable. You can mess it up. You can go too fast, and remember, F equals ma. So if you add some acceleration to that mass, now that force can rise dangerously. It can also become excessive. You can go too fast with weights. Also, more force equals faster movement. Whenever you have a weight and you want to apply more force, which smiley face, more force, that's a good thing, it results in faster movement, which is kind of a bummer because again, it can become excessive. With ARX though, it's constant and controlled. It can never become excessive. No matter what you do, no matter how much force you produce, you can't possibly change the speed of the machine. So it can never become dangerous. The winner, LOL. Resistance itself. If you select a weight, it's pretty much an educated guess. It could be too light, which could let you go too fast, or it could be too heavy. We've all selected a weight that's too heavy. We all understand why that's dangerous. The point is it does not adapt to the user. It's just a guess. With ARX, it's perfectly matched every time. The resistance can never be too light or too heavy, and it adapts to the user automatically. The winner? Brah. Exit strategy. You might not think about this that much, but re-racking is often required. You cannot stop instantly, and a spotter is sometimes required. If you lift a weight, you've made a commitment to lower that weight, and until you do, that weight is acting upon you, externally acting upon you, trying to get to the center of the earth, and you are in the way. And so that makes your exit strategy a little bit difficult. With ARX, the machine can never act upon you, only in response to you. So you can stop at any time, you can stop instantly, a spotter is unnecessary, and all you have to do at a moment's notice, the moment you feel anything that's off, you just let go. You stop pushing, you stop pulling, and it's over. Exit strategy. The winner here? Seriously? Come on. And finally, long-term. So not an acute rupture, strain, tear, or pull, but long-term, an inefficiency, which you suffer when you're using weights, equals more volume required, equals more wear and tear. Our joints definitely have a shelf life. And so if we use ARX, we can maximize the efficiency of your muscular loading, which means that less volume is required, which means that over time, long term, you'll have less wear and tear. Advantage here? Come on, man. So for those reasons, and a couple more I didn't get into, Weights are just not the right tool for the job if you're looking for effective, efficient strength training with maximum safety. For that, you'd need something like ARX.